not sure exactly how it unfolds, but I have seen really zealot robo heavy compositions go into either Void Ray or Storm, and then it's just really punishing for the Terran player, especially if they're not up on bases and tech and everything. But I guess we'll have to see what comes out of these players. So we do see a Barracks and Gas coming down for Last Hit Magic, and back home Double Gas and Gateway coming out for Azure. So none of these players decided to play greedy and take a fast CC or fast Nexus. I think that's wise, as Belshire Vestige is one of those maps, like I said earlier, has these really wide ramps leading into the natural, making it really hard. No high ground separating either, but there is that high ground and small choke for the main. So Cybernetics Core followed up shortly after for our Protoss player Scout coming in for Last Hit Magic, so he does see everything that's going on. Um,
He's doing
and
the he's doing this
our
two gas on each of or two pros on each gas
Our
instead of
Protoss
three.
player still blind. We'll see if he comes out and sees that there's an engineering bay blocking his natural. So probably not too happy about that. Gonna harass this SCV. But other than that, completely in the dark as to what our Terran player is doing. So we see Warp Gate come out for the Protoss player. Pretty standard. Zella gonna whack away at this engineering bay as well. Reaper coming down on this side of the map, as well as a Marine just checking for any shenanigans on the right side of the map. Pretty much both these scouting paths just looking for any shenanigans, and CC finally coming down. Reactor as well. Finally clearing that engineering bay, got that early mothership core, gonna throw down a Nexus, and yeah, seems like both these players going to head into the mid game as this Reaper comes into the natural. It will see and confirm that a Nexus is there. Probably try to get another scout in the main. What's up?
It looks like Protoss is doing like a really tight build here because he had like two gas or only two probes on gas for the longest time and just put the third one on on each. So
Oh,
I think
really?
Protoss wants to do something really specific here.
Yeah. Well, we do see he did opt for a sentry instead of a stalker or anything, so this is more of a defensive build rather than an aggressive build. If you want to get aggressive, you usually chrono out that stalker and rally the mothership core, the zealot, and the stalker towards your Terran opponent. Robobay almost about to finish. I believe the Reaper did get in here and see everything. Yep. So yeah. Our Protoss player is still completely in the dark, throwing down these gateways. So we'll see what he decides to do. That Natural Nexus finally finishing up, and Orbital going down as well as an Engineering Bay finishing up.
Is is he hitting some kind of timing here? He is getting his warp gate and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I found with most Protoss players actually, especially here on the NA server, the best thing to do. I mean, yeah, scouting is great. He'll probably get this observer out really quick. Yeah, find out what's going on. But if as long as you just make a couple sentries, get that mothership core out, he does hallucinate a Phoenix as well. So, um, yeah, just sit at home and make a lot of probes and pylons, and then
what the hell?
some really cool tech units that pretty much
Is,
destroy everything. So,
are you supposed to make that many observers early? Is
um,
this
some Protoss players like to have a lot of map presence and have chrono out a second observer or make a second observer after the first one, just in case of any Banshee one base shenanigans or something coming down. But we do see the Robo Bay finally being thrown down, as well as these double forges finishing up. Scan for our Terran player. Where'd that observer go? Did it come into the Terran basin? Yeah. Or no, that was the hallucination. Where'd that first observer go?
he beat three of them? So I'm like, whoa, this guy really wants to know
There's
what's
one.
up.
I'm so confused. Where's it at? Is it out front? No.
What?
Oh no, I'm just I can't find his observers. But anyway.
Oh well, he sent one up into the main somewhere. And then I feel like I saw him send one to like the back of his line. All right, I see one right here. I see
Oh, there's one.
another right here on the right. So there's two, one on
Uh
the left and one on the right, and the other one is.
oh, thanks, Winter. I didn't know you could do that. Neat.
Let's see.
I guess if you have the units tab
Yeah,
open.
I see it. Oh, yeah, I see the one right there in the middle.
So we have this little bioforce just patrolling the map, trying to make sure that nothing cheeky's going on, and the Protoss player isn't going to be aggressive, looking for pylons. Another Phoenix coming in here, hallucinated Phoenix, as these turrets are about to finish up, or a turret. And behind this, we do have 1-1 completing for our Protoss player, range coming out, so probably going to focus on that gateway robo in the mid game, finally throwing down that Twilight so he can transition, continue to get those upgrades. But here's that really heavy Zealot Colossus mid game that I was talking about. So a lot of Terrans try to abuse this with drops. We'll see with this force coming down here what he decides to do. I mean, these observers being so important. We'll see.
Let's see how strong one Colossus is. I hear they're OP, adults. I really do.
Well, we have photon overcharge going off in the main. That range boat to finish up this drop being pushed back, but then the front good force fields coming down. But they do squeeze by. Going back in the main is the Terran player. Seems to focus down the Robo. Probably a decent choice. And gets out of there. Photon overcharge still doing damage. Stalker's tickling the Bioforce as well. Up at front, he still has these Zealots and Sentries and Colossus. Nex is taking damage. I think he might have. Well, he did retain the units, so that is important. But I think, this early Nexus under fire from this Reaper, so he does know about that as well. Our Protoss player has not seen the third come down for our Terran player. Coming back in one more time with this double drop, finally snaking some probes down. Just gonna sack it this time.
Was that the same overcharge, or did you do it again?
Another great Terran feature in HOTS is the medevac boost, so that medevac will live to fight another day. Seemed like I missed something going on up front here. So we do have the archives about to finish up. Blink on the way, upgrades continuing, Colossus finishing, and then likewise for our Terran player, Armory and what is that? Mobius reactor? Is that for the ghosts? What? Or is that for?
Yes, that is where.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Really there.
Ghost Academy, and that's so that increases starting energy. I never, which is.
I think that's for the cloaking, or extra energy. I think.
But here's where it starts to get iffy for Terran players. Now that the archives is done, Storm is being researched. There are High Templar already on the field collecting energy. So he's chronoing out that Storm, Blink about to finish, these extra gateways coming down. So shit is going into the macro game, I think. I mean, Vikings are already being produced, but
I think
more drops. He's focusing down this archives, the same place that Robo was in. I mean, that perfect little ledge for dropping. That is so crucial because Storm is delayed so much now.
This guy likes his harassment adults.
He decides to morph a couple of those High Templar into Archons or a Archon. As they do.
Is that good overall to like keep the energy of the MSC
this observer
down,
will
like,
spot this.
This
observer will spot this force come down in here, trying to get some more harassment done. He will have to retreat, but this drops still. Doing all this damage. I mean, photon overcharge is great, but the mothership core falling. This force coming back into the third again. It's just Terran is so good at pulling races apart. It doesn't matter whether it's a TVP, a TVZ, or a TVT. I mean, TVT is the best at defending it. It's got good static defense and
Yeah,
turrets
it's pretty
and
good.
siege tanks, but um, he did retain his archives that time, even though the drop did do some damage. So he does have Storm on the way again. His army is positioned now over at this third, so he can defend properly. A couple of High Templar and a few units scattered amongst the naturals. So uh, we have turrets and sensor towers and bunkers and everything coming down for our Terran player as well, continuing to throw down more production. Taking his fifth and sixth gases over at his third, so we'll have to see whether he continues just to get more bio and ghosts. It looks like he is, rather than really focusing on those Vikings to force down the Colossus right away, which I think in this scenario is probably a good idea, considering that he knows Storm is probably a great possibility too. I know Storm is really good on Vikings and Bio, regardless, just because they both tend to clump up. So I think I'd want the EMPs more than I'd want the actual Vikings. But that's just me. I don't play Terran.
This guy's Protoss is taking a quick fourth. Well, not really quick, but he's taking a
Yeah,
fourth.
I mean, he is going to try to expand, which is the right move here. Terran has this presence on the map. They're both just kind of dancing around and powering. Our Terran player deciding not to throw down a fourth
That's what
command
Terran was waiting
center.
for though. He's waiting for the ghosts so he can get those EMPs off.
Yeah, both charge and blink done for these gateway units, and then these storms and the Colossus are just going to be able to wreak havoc. Not to mention
Well,
morphing archons, but
kind of a
he
not
did
a good stim there. I know that was seemed
well
like a
he
waste.
forced a cancel on that fourth,
Oh, okay, okay.
and he does have some more Vikings here in this mix, so it does seem that he noticed he was lacking a little bit in that Viking count, because there are 5 Colossus now on the field. About as many Templar. That skin just missing everything. Fourth going back down for the Protoss player. Still no fourth command center for the Terran
Oh, he's
player.
gonna catch
So,
these probes. Oh, this is gonna be brutal. Well, not that brutal. Oh, yeah, it's
oh,
gonna be brutal.
this little terrorist drop over here,
Uh-oh. This is the
taking out some workers. Gonna
these
see
marauders are
some
outies,
more
son.
gateways going down. Yeah, it's just a little kamikaze force, but he might have been doing that to pull away the
Oh god.
army.
Look, well, the
Yeah, it looks
marauders are
like
still
he's
alive
coming into the
because oh
fourth.
no.
Oh, is he's gonna back up? Oh, nice snipes. No EMPs. Did not. Did
And
see some EMPs there. Good EMPs. The
storms too.
Vikings doing work. Ooh, the storms though
That's
doing
storm.
massive.
Oh, that's not good. But
This
the
trade going
Terrans cleaned it
significantly
up.
in Terran's
Vikings.
favor. This fourth might have. Uh,
Well, adults, this third is going bye bye.
Yeah, I mean, to say the least, he lands the Vikings. He does warp in a lot of charge lots, and charge lots are pretty scary, but with no Storm or Colossus to back him up, he does bring in the High Templar now, the Zealots as well. No Mothership Core on the field, so it's not like he could even, yeah, no Mothership Core on the field, so it's not like he could even use the Photon Overcharge. He comes in, notices this fourth as well. See if he focuses it down or just tries to get out of here.
Uh-oh.
He takes the no, he's backing up, which is the good move, I think.
Yeah, let's not be crazy here. You got the third.
Well, I think he could afford to keep pushing there if he just had taken a fourth command center. But as you see, still way grossly oversaturated in his
Well,
main, and he hasn't
I
taken the fourth
know
command center.
Terran likes to be on 3 base. They just like I got 3 base. I'm ahead.
It's
I can
time to
just
win the
keep
game.
attacking.
They're like, I'm on 3 base. It's time to win the game.
You're right. Right. That's it. If I can get the three,
Yeah,
well, he's taking the fourth one now. So
I forgot that. We do see a command center finally coming down, but 3-3 already finishing up for the Terran player. Or I'm sorry, the 3-3 was actually faster for our Protoss player. That might have. Did he have that 3-3 when that attack happened? There's
I
no
don't think
way.
so. No.
Yeah, there's no way. Otherwise, he probably would have grossly